Welcome back to day 2 of the Global Landscapes Forum here in Bonn, 2019, where we are focusing on the rights in the landscape. And this afternoon, I'm speaking with Karen Veridiano, who's a PhD student at the University of Bonn and also a research scientist from the Thunen Institute of International Forestry and Forest Economics. Thank you for joining us. Great. So please tell us more about your work that you do in the Philippines with the indigenous people.
So I used to work for a conservation organization. It's called Fauna and Flora International, relating to Red Plus. And with that work, I was able to work with a lot of indigenous peoples in Palawan, Philippines, and in Quezon. Throughout this project, I had the opportunity to enroll in the terrestrial carbon accounting certificate in University of California, San Diego. And to me, this sort of experience is quite pivotal, both personally and professionally, because it somehow opened a lot of opportunities for me to be able to expand not only my skills, but also my capabilities and then transfer that to the indigenous people that we work with. So I took that as a sort of inspiration, and up until this day, with all the people that I meet and with all of the colleagues that I encounter, I try to tell them to invest not only on your skills, but also your capabilities. But most importantly, to share your skills and your capabilities to other people and also to the younger generation.
Okay. So, and in terms of like rights in landscape, I know you're also a scientist, so how important are rights in terms of landscape and conserving our environment?
I think it's very, most of the time scientists try to devalue the rights of other people, not just indigenous people, but like even common households that we try to interview. So it is quite important to recognize and to acknowledge that the rights exist not only with the households that you interview, but also with plants even. So all of us would have this certain inherent rights that you have to respect and acknowledge. Otherwise, then somehow you are dehumanizing the people that you're working with. So it's counterintuitive. If you do not recognize the rights of the people you're trying to work with, it's going to fail eventually.
Right. Very true. Yeah. Very true. And what are you studying at Bonn?
I'm studying now under the Center for Development Research in Bonn. So my PhD topic is about valuation of ecosystem services in multifunctional landscapes. So these multifunctional landscapes are like the in-betweens of the old wood forest to the agriculture, agroforestry. So this whole spectrum of forest cover that you'd find in mostly mountainous areas in the Philippines, those are the areas that I work with, together with the communities that are dependent in these landscapes.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you have any findings that you'd like to share with us from the work that you've done on the ground?
With the PhD study, I'm still on my first year.
Okay.
So this is more of like data collection phase for me. But in terms of my experience with my previous NGO work and also with my previous experience with Red Plus and capacity building, one of the things that we found out is that if you involve community, if you try to capitalize on investing in terms of capacity building and linking this with the actual project or studies that you're working with, it's gonna be successful in a way. It's not gonna be the best. I could tell you that, but then you're gonna have an impact to the lives of the people that you're working with. So to me, it's a good way of helping them out.
Yeah, great. And then what's been your experience here at the Global Landscape Forum?
I would say that I've been a fan of Global Landscapes Forum. I've been attending GLF since 2014.
Oh, wow.
Firstly, as a participant under the Youth and Landscapes Initiative. And over the years, I tried to volunteer, like small bits of volunteering for the Youth and Landscapes Initiative because I saw, and I also felt while I was a participant that it was a safe space for us to voice out what we think and our insights. So to me, it was quite empowering to know that there is such a safe space for people to voice out what they think are essential to them, but also the mentoring part of YL is very important. And I have been trying to pay it forward as well. So at the moment, when I see like a youth here in GLF, I try to encourage them to be open-minded, try to ask questions to the seniors that you'd find here in GLF, because GLF provided me a lot of opportunities. That's what I could say. And the reason why I'm still volunteering and attending GLF at the moment is because all of those lessons that I've learned from GLF. So, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us and for sharing your insight.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.